At this time, another command performance. Poetry recitation by Amirah, Hanna, Spokane, Washington. I am. You may be seated.
I will. Before fluorescent formations ever fomented the foundations of your firmament, that is. Before the stars in your sky ever entered existence. Before the light knew what bright meant. Before the sky had a clue where up went. Before either were ever invented, I am. Before terrestrial perennials terraced your planet's territorial terrain, that is, before the plants in your ground were ever ordained, before roots ever ranged, before fruits had a taste, before either had a name, I am. Before the ocean had a bowl, before the surf discovered its role, before the grave was made Sheol, before man had a soul, I am. Before Eden was installed, before the garden serpent crawled, before the tree, before the fall, I am. For I am truth before there ever could be false. I am perfection before there ever could be false. I am by all, in all, through all in all, and I am to be called. I am. Before the curse usurped the ground and drove you away from the divine, before you felt the separation between who you are and the intention of your design, before you tried to abide in sources of death in order to find life, before you combined yourself with any form of pleasure you could find, before you felt so alone, before you felt so dry, before you tried to run away from my side, I am the vine. Before the cherubim ever guarded the garden, before the flaming sword was ever sharpened, before that chasm between God and man was ever widened, before you lost all hope in becoming a citizen of heaven, before all you earned was endless flame, before all you deserved was righteous pain, before you were a sheep hoping not just to be some lion's prey, before you were a lost lamb longing for a pen, longing to escape your fate, I am the gate. Before sustenance turned to gluttony and food became an enemy. Before attraction was based on anatomy and sex was removed from matrimony. Before money became morality and greed grew into the only causality. Before you were empty without me. Before you tried to satisfy your appetite with anything, before you strived to feel alive by filling your strife with the fleeting vices of your fleshly devices, before your hunger for relief left pangs in your side, I am the bread of life. Before you became acquainted with pain and death, before you ever tasted loneliness, before disease destroyed what you possessed, before eyes could be blind, before ears could go deaf, before you lost the one you loved to the grave's unyielding cleft, I am. For before mankind stopped living so they might just survive, I am the resurrection and the life. Before that sadness that grips your mind led you to darkness and not to suicide, before that distortion of man hurt you so that you now hurt yourself, before you knew razors and risk could create a new hell, before those wounds turned to scars and those scars became a way of life, I am the light. For before you even knew how to sin, I am where your salvation begins. For before you withdrew from the path of my way, before you willfully and joyously disobeyed, before you betrayed the gift that I gave of that breath in your lungs, that life in your airways by saying no to my love and yes to your heresy, before you engaged with the enemy waging sin with intensity, before you drained my supremacy and flamed my jealousy, before you chose greed over my adequacy, lies over my accuracy, pride over my advocacy, before you chose your sinful self over me, I am. For I am the good shepherd who lays down his life for his sheep. For before you were a spotted lamb, I am. I'm the way before you could ever run away from my call. I'm the truth before you could ever walk away from my law. I am the life before you could ever turn away from my cross at Golgotha's skull. So I beg you now to withdraw. Withdraw from your sin, for I am your only temptation. Withdraw from yourself, for I am making you a new creation. Withdraw from your pride, for I am ruining your reputation. Withdraw from your self-righteousness, for I am your only mediation. Withdraw from your hopes and dreams, for I am your only expectation. Withdraw from your life, for I am your crucifixion. For before all time, I am all sufficient. Before all titles and designations, to my name alone did the cosmos listen. For I am Jesus, I am the Word, I am Elohim, I am the Lord, I am the Christ, I am Messiah, I am Creator, I am Jehovah Jireh. I am the God of Abraham, I am the God of Jacob, I am the Alpha, I am the Omega. I am the Holy One worthy of praise. So withdraw unto my side, withdraw and be made mine, withdraw into my way, withdraw, and with me stay. Thank you.